Yo, what is up? The Lowe, the Lover, is on sale in almost all the regions, and I thought today I'd give you a video about the Lover. This is one of the oldest tanks in the game, a staple premium tank that's been around for a while. I know a lot of people want to get this tank today because it's on sale with the Valentine Day 3D skin that's going to be available exclusively for the Valentine's Day celebrations. So here we go. In the Lover, we are in Tundra and spawn on the north. I'm in the Lover with the Myland camouflage. Now this tank is really slow. You can see me trudging along here, doing 35 kilometers an hour going forward, 15 kilometers an hour going backwards. This is a big old heavy tank in a traditional sense. Slow and steady gets you there. Now you can see myself there not getting spotted. My sixth sense didn't go off, and that's because I don't have sixth sense. I am actually playing with a 75% crew. Now the reason why I'm playing with the 75% crew here is just to simulate, like, you know, a lot of people are going to buy this tank that are new to this game, so they don't have maybe they don't have enough gold to retrain a crew or get new crew. They just have the tank, and that's it, and the best they can do is a 75% crew. So I'm here to show you what a 75% crew can do. Now this tank is really interesting. Like I said, one of the oldest tanks in the game, one of the oldest premium tanks in the game. It is still very popular. It is a credit maker. You've got 240s, 234 penetration with the standard AP shells, and its premium shells are APCR with 294 penetration. That is really good. You get 320 damage for your penetration. It's really good for this tank, and if you have the discipline to fire only standard shells, this tank is a real credit printer. Now I'm going to try and pretend to look somewhere else while I try to keep an eye out on that STA2 that's going to poke, STA1 I should say. So I'm going to pretend to look to my right here, and then when the STA pokes, and that's when I shoot him, but I bounce him, so that's a bit unfortunate. You can see that I was not fully aimed as I was turning my turret. I promise you, when you have some crew skills, like 2 skills or 3 skill crew, your tank is going to perform a lot better. Now I'm running the equipment, vertical stabilizers, rammers, and the HP boost. The HP boost on my bonus slot, so that gives me a bit of a HP boost. That also means that when I get shot at the tracks, it's not so easy to take my tracks off and leave me immobilized. So that's the good thing about the HP boost, and I like that. I like that equipment for heavy tanks. A lot of people use this equipment on heavy tanks nowadays, even on tier 10 chieftains and mouses and 60 TPs. So this is one of the most popular equipments now in the new iteration of equipment 2.0. You will see a lot of heavy tanks run the HP boost in their bonus slot, and then run vertical stabilizers, a combination of vertical stabilizers and rammers. So a lot of the new equipment 2.0 tanks are running without optics, because in the past, without the HP boost, you normally run an optic equipment so that you can spot for yourself. Even though you are a heavy tank, you are still very competitive because you can spot the enemies for yourself. Now just like that, even with my stock crew, 75% skilled crew, not very trained crew, I have difficulty aiming, I have difficulty with mobility, still manage 1951 damage in my first game and blocked over 1680 with the superior armor that the lover has in a tier 8 heavy tank. This is a superb tank for any kind of skill level, whether you're a beginner or an experienced player. So just like that, my first game with the 75% crew, third on XP, again, fire 10 shots, connected 9 and penetrated 7. Not too bad for a 5-minute game. And this is my second replay for you. I got myself some new camo. I got myself a large medical kit and large repair kit. I've got the best crew that you can have in a lover. This is a 9 skill crew, which is the maximum crew that you can get in the lover, and you are going to see immediately, if you can pick it out already, you can see that the lover is moving with a lot more agility, a lot more mobility. This is because I have 100% crew and 9 skills, and you can see it working already. Now I'm going to try and use my vision here. I have maximum view range here, 444 or 445 maximum view range, but again, I'm running the same equipment. I'm running the hardening, I'm running rammer, and I'm running vertical stabilizers. So I don't have optics, which means I can't really outspot anybody immediately. I still can spot people, but it's not as quick, not as powerful as if I was running optics on its own. Now you can see that a lot of the action is going on the east side of the map. There's a TM122 there. There's a couple of heavy tanks that already pushed over to the 0 line. So I make an executive decision here to push forward and try to support my friend here in the VKP, and immediately I see an AT-15 there that's been camping in the corner. I couldn't spot him out, and I took a little bit of damage because of that. I took 1 shot of damage from that AT-15. Thankfully it's only about 200 damage. That's okay. And now I'm going to use the heavy tank and try to fight the other heavy tanks on the 0 line. And this is where the Lowe with the lover with full set of crew, this is where it's going to shine. I'm going to push forward, see if I can find a gap here and shoot the enemy tanks. Looks like I can't. So what I'm going to do is just try to fight these guys here. As soon as they shoot, I can poke over and perhaps finish off that IS-2. Now there's nobody in the bushes behind here. I was checking, there was nobody there shooting at me, so I decided to shoot the IS-2, but these guys have decided to push forward and take this corridor. Thankfully I have the VKP here to help me out a little bit. So what am I going to do here? I'm in a little bit of a pickle, but thankfully these guys that are behind me right now, the IS-2 and the E75 TS, they can't exactly poke over because I do have some teammates on the other side that are going to support me. If these guys poke over, those guys are going to shoot at him, so me and the VK can focus and concentrate more on these guys that are in front of me. This Progetto 54, the AT-15, and the other lover on the enemy team. Now as you can tell from the team sheets, you can see a couple of lovers have already been sold. A lot of people are buying these tanks and playing them already, but they don't have, I don't think they have a 9 skill crew like mine, so I have a little bit of an advantage here. And what I'm going to do is try to hold off these guys from pushing while keeping an eye on the guy behind me. Now the reason why I decided to fight the E75 TS instead of these guys in the corridor is because I have the VKP there helping me out. I decide to take out at least one side of the enemy, and the one side of the enemy being the E75 TS. He's there by himself, he's alone, so he's the easiest target to eliminate first. So that's what I decide to do. As soon as he fires, I drive straight over to him, and before he can reload, I will at least get one shot on him, get his lower plate, and then retreat back into safety. Now I'm just going to rinse and repeat. Just make sure that I'm checking the back, get my gun pointed at the back just in case any of those guys try anything funny, try to push over and shoot me. I have the VK there supporting me, and I also can defend myself. And as soon as the E75 TS fires his gun again, just go forward, shoot his lower plate, finish him off. And now the AT-15 is pushing forward to fight the VKP by himself, but instead he's decided to look at me here, and even though I tried to snapshot there, I didn't hit my target, which is his right side cupola. I was trying to hit his cupola, but he managed to pen me. And now all I can do is just try to side scrape before, and he reloads before I can retreat. So he's got a real quick reload, so I'm not going to risk it anymore. I'm just going to completely defend myself by side scraping and then try to shoot his cupola if I can. And there you go, is my equipment working for me. I've got the equipment hardening on my bonus slot, which means when the AT-15 shoots me in my tracks, it does not break my track and leave me stranded waiting for my repairs. So the good thing about the hardening kit is you see that even that AT-15, every time trying to shoot my track, he can't lock me down. So that's one of the advantages of running the improved hardening. Is it called improved hardening or just hardening? When you are running the hardening equipment on your tank, not only does it give you more HP, it also improves your track durability. So when the enemy shoots you in the track like this enemy lover just did, he can't lock me down and keep me stranded with my repair. So the game is over here, 11-3. I've done 3,836 damage over the course of 7-8 minutes, and yeah, this is a pretty strong tank. If you bought this tank, congratulations to you. I hope you enjoy the tank and farm loads of credits with it while you are playing it. And if you're considering getting this tank, you are not making a mistake. This is a really good tank. If I was to compare this with the E75 TS, I would say the E75 TS would be slightly stronger than this tank, the Lowe. But if you don't have the E75 TS, the Lover is just fine. It'll do the job for you. And I hope you enjoyed this video. As you can see, this game I managed to land an ace tanker and a whole bunch of medals as well, because this is my sheriff's account. A lot of medals there I haven't got before in this account, because I think I only have about 5 games in this account. So there you go, 20 shots, 13 shots landed and all 13 penetrated. Even though I fired a lot of premium shells, I still managed to turn a profit of 47,000 credits. So this is a very positive game for me for this tank. And there you go, a shot of the equipment that I'm running: the hardening, the rammer, and the vertical stabilizers. Of course, I'm also running chocolate or food for the tank because it helps out with the performance of the tank. Anyway, there's my evaluation of the Lover. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.